Welcome to Wheels, Deals, and Meals, where we talk all things good food, good business, and good cars. And now, here is your host, Arnold Gasita, founder and CEO of Petra Automotive Products. Let's roll.
We got an exciting show for you today. We have Brad Mugg, the managing partner of Honda of downtown LA. Not only the legend, Brad Mugg, but a very close personal friend of mine that we just love each other. So I'm excited to have Brad Mugg join us today. So Brad, thank you for being with us.
Buddy, I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad.
In Houston.
Yeah. I got up at 3 a.m. for this, so I'm excited.
At 109 degree weather.
No, it was 114. Remember? It was 114. That's what the high was today.
So that's what we do. We welcome you with the sunshine.
Yeah.
We welcome you with the warm weather.
It's beautiful.
Anyway, so we're doing our podcast a little bit different than what everybody else does, right?
Okay.
So our podcast is more about the fun stuff, right?
Good.
So we not more. We want to talk about everything, but we also want to talk about fun stuff, not just business. We're going to touch business, right?
Yeah, sure.
It's important. Everybody wants to know
Right.
your success story and what's happening in the automotive world today. But let's start with a little bit of the fun stuff.
Okay. I'm good with
So we'll start with this first. Of all the places you have traveled. Okay. So in your entire life, of all the places you've traveled, what's your favorite place?
Okay. Well, it's pretty simple, actually. It's we traveled. Thank you very much. We traveled a lot over the years, obviously, but I'm pretty simple. I mean, I love Hawaii. It's close, being in California. I really love Cabo. We go to Cabo a lot. I love Cabo.
What do you like? What do you like about Hawaii?
I just love the weather, and it's just so relaxing and chill. And
So am I getting the vibe you're like a beach guy?
yeah. I love the beach.
That's where you get the nice little tan.
Love to drive around everywhere and explore. That's probably Jill and my favorite thing.
Have you been to Hana?
Yeah, we
in
have.
Hawaii?
Yeah.
The road to Hana?
Yeah, we did the road
Man,
to
that
Hana
is
when we got
crazy.
married. That was our honeymoon.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Maui, right?
Yeah, Maui.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. That's great. I love the beach too. I mean, obviously being Cuban, but I love the beach too.
Yeah.
The
So
beach is good, and it's relaxing.
Right.
So Hawaii, you
Yeah.
like Cabo.
Yeah.
Anywhere else?
My favorite,
Yeah.
taking our boat over to Catalina on a Thursday or a Friday, spending the weekend is the most fun my wife and I have all the time.
Is it because it's relaxing?
Oh, it's like you're going to a different country. It only takes an hour to get over there.
Okay.
And it's just so chill. You can hang out on the boat and float and see all the people and go have nice dinners. And it's a blast for a weekend getaway.
That's great.
I got to have you. You have to come.
Yeah. Well, I would like you to invite me.
Yeah, you're invited. You're invited.
All right. Let's talk about a little bit about food. Part of this is about food. So of all the places you've ate, all the restaurants you've been to, okay, or non-restaurant, whatever.
Yeah.
But all the places you've ate, what is your favorite? What's your favorite place to eat?
My favorite, I love going to Mastro's and having an awesome steak in Newport Beach. Yeah.
So Mastro's is your favorite place.
Yep.
And food type, you like sushi.
Yeah.
Has that changed throughout the years? Something I was talking about with Troy that we interviewed a couple of days ago. Did our palates change since we were teenagers, right?
Yeah.
Or did it stay the same? In his case, I think he said it stayed the same, right? As seafood. You like steak, or sushi your number one?
No. Steak's my number one for sure. But as I got older, I started started exploring.
Yeah.
And got into sushi, and then
So when you were young, you were always a steak guy.
that's it.
Yeah.
I grew up that way.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I love steak.
Yeah.
I love the steak for sure. So Mastro's steak.
Yeah.
Favorite food.
Yeah.
Okay, cars. What is your favorite car? If you have to pick one car, what is Brad Mugg's favorite car?
A Ferrari 488 Spider. That's
Wow.
my favorite car, by far.
By far.
My favorite.
You had it. You're ready.
It's so good.
What's so good about it?
Oh, it's perfect. The way it drives, the way it sounds, the way it handles.
The way it looks.
The way it looks. It's everything on that car is perfect. Everything about it is perfect.
That's great. If I asked Jill, your wife, that same question, what would she say?
She wants a G-Wag. That's on our list. It's on our list.
You know why I asked that?
Yeah.
Because she's told me that.
Yeah.
She's actually told me that.
She's
So-
all about that car.
That's right.
So, yeah.
That's right. G-Wagon.
Next for her.
G-Wagon it is.
Next for
That's
her,
great.
yeah.
Well, look, we're going to take a little break here, and we're going to bring Connie, who is the director of the Houston Club, where we're doing this podcast, and talk a little bit about the Houston Club and the history of the Houston Club, and then we'll continue on with Brad. We have Connie Scott with us. She is the membership director of the Houston Club. One of the things that we do in this podcast is talk about, food and favorite places to eat. This is one of my favorite places to eat and to bring friends, the Houston Club in Houston. And so we thought we'd bring Connie on so she can talk to us a little bit about the history of the Houston Club. Connie, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you very much.
So tell us a little bit about the Houston Club. Tell us about this history.
I will. The Houston Club has been around since 1894. Wow. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Chartered in 1894, some of the original members of the club.
You look at me and you point to me like I'm that old.
It's
It's been around since 1894.
Y'all get it?
Oh my goodness, I'm included now.
Yeah, now you're in the
Why am I
1894
almost
club.
But some of the original members of our club have been like Sakowitz, Ben Taub, MD Anderson, Cullen, Kirby. Those are all the streets and hospitals in this area. And that's some of the original members of this club.
Bushes.
And so the Bushes too, actually, yes. In fact, H.W. Bush joined when he was 18 years old. We still have his application.
No kidding.
We do. And if you look on the Board of Governors report here on the wall, you'll see that in 1965 he was on the board as well.
Okay.
And he's been a very active member and has been. And so we named these rooms next to us the Bush Ballrooms, as you see. But anyway, that's part of the history of the club. We've been in 6 different buildings. We moved here in 2013. And we love it. I mean, this is on the 49th floor of 910 Louisiana. You can see all of Houston. I mean, it's amazing.
I know, the views are incredible.
This is the organic side of the building, is how I put it. So the parks and things like that, and City Hall is right here in front of us. So we have a lot of fun things that we do here. Like when the Astros won the World Series, the parade is right around our building. Wow. I mean, we are in the epicenter of Houston, downtown Houston. And that was great because our members got to come up, told them to get here early because, the city blocks the roads.
The roads, right.
Yes. So get here early, park, wear your orange. And it was a sea of orange. I'm not kidding you.
That's great.
And then you could see all the people all along the entire building because we're the entire floor. You could just see all the people. And when the parade came around to, our building, we all went down to the lobby. There was Mattress Mac and
and all those people.
All those people. So, but yes, it's really great being in this building. And
the service phenomenal, the views phenomenal, the food is incredible. How do you pick this food? I mean,
we have a fabulous food and beverage team, and our chef as well, and everything's done here. So it's incredible. It is, isn't it great?
It's great. It's beautiful. It's setting. It's delicious. The food is wonderful. How long have you been with them?
7 years.
7 years. Always in the restaurant business?
No. I actually used to work for AIG. I was a business development manager at one time, and switched over. I was in a brokerage and claims, insurance, just everything insurance for 20 years.
It seems a lot funner than
it is. So much fun. It is so much more fun. In fact, my neighbor, she came to me and she said, "You should be a membership director." And I'm like, "What does that entail?" And anyway, I found out, ended up working at Pecan Grove Country Club. That's where I started, and loved it. I'm like, I get paid to do this?
It seems fun.
This is incredible.
And you get to eat and drink.
And I love it. And I get to interact with members that are like my friends.
Yeah.
So that's what's great. And networking is really important. So like I could help you with your business. I can help you with your business, connect with the right people. It's just great.
Yeah. Petra had his convention here 2 years ago. Well, Connie, thank you for being with us. I know you got a meeting to go to, but we appreciate you letting us allow us to use this room and you to come on and talk a little bit about this place.
Of course, it's part of your membership.
Appreciate it.
Great to meet you.
Enjoy. You
Thank
too.
you.
You
Thank
too. Thank you.
All right, so we're back with Brad. Connie was great, wasn't she?
Connie was wonderful.
I mean, in the whole history of this place,
unbelievable.
1894, with the exception of she called us old. But other than that, it was a great history of the place.
It was.
All right, so let's talk a little business with you. How did you get in this business? How did you get in the automotive business?
Well, I started in the body shop business. My dad had a body shop when I was a little kid.
Okay.
And grew up in that business.
Okay.
We sold cars out front.
Okay.
Had a little used car lot for a while, and then I started working for a dealer.
So how old were you when you were helping your dad out or working for your dad?
Well, I mean, I was 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, so you grew
all the
up
way,
in it.
all the way up till I was We sold that thing in the body shop when I was 25. Yeah. Yeah.
So you worked there until you were 25.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a used car lot also. The body shop and the used car
By the
lot.
shop and the used car.
Uh-huh.
That's a heck of an education.
Yeah, it was. It was a big education.
From 5 to 25.
Yeah.
Body shop, repairing cars, kind of recon,
Yeah,
and then
we
putting it
did
out for sale.
Yeah, and then the local dealer we had an opportunity for me to run his Honda store. And it was a big opportunity for me. So I took that, and I was 28 years old.
You were 28 when you took that job, and what was the position?
General manager of that store.
Really?
Yeah.
At 28?
Yeah. I started general manager there. Ran his store for 10 years in Lafayette, Indiana. And then he had the largest Honda store in the Midwest, which was in Schaumburg Honda in Illinois by Chicago.
Okay.
So he gave me that opportunity. So I went there, ran that for 3 years, and then got the opportunity to run the largest Honda store in the country, which is Norm Reeves Honda in Cerritos, California. So moved there from Chicago and ran that for 9 years. And then I partnered up with them for 5 years on another Honda store. Then I went to Oregon and bought in on a Honda store with someone else.
So Oregon was the first one that you bought into?
No, the one in Irvine,
Was the first one?
a Honda and Volkswagen, yeah, in Irvine.
Scared?
It was, I was excited. I mean, it was for the moment, right?
Yeah,
It had
yeah.
come, and
Yeah.
I was super
You
excited.
worked all your life for it.
Yeah. So it was a good run. It was.
You know, we're going to talk a little bit about this too, but one of the problems I think that younger people have today, young people have a lot of great things. One of the things that I think that they're challenged on is they want everything now, right? Because
They
they're
do.
used to a world
They-
that, like, if the internet is slightly slow, the world's coming to an end, right?
Exactly.
Because everything is now.
Right.
You worked in a way with your dad since you were 5,
Right,
right?
right.
Not really knowing you were working, but you were learning from your dad
Yeah.
for 20 years.
Right.
Then here comes this dealership that sees your talent and that experience for 20 years and gives you this opportunity.
It did.
You work with that guy for 13 years or more,
Yeah.
and then you get the opportunity to buy into a dealership, which
Right.
is obviously exciting.
It was very exciting.
But there's time.
It takes time. Yeah, you got to.
Time and experience
Yeah,
to
you
get
gotta
to that
save your
point.
money, you
And I
gotta
don't
work
think
hard.
young people today realize you got to pay that price.
You do.
You know, you really do. Okay, so you buy this dealership. You're excited. What's next?
Well, I mean, then we ended up going to Oregon and thought this was the place to be. And I got to tell you, I can't handle the rain. It was 8 to 9 months of rain, 3 months of sunshine. Living in California for
You
50
like beach, wherever you settle down, you want beach.
In California for 15 years, sun every day. It for me, I mean, for 2 years there, we were there for 2 years, and I don't want to say depressing because I don't get depressed.
Right.
But it wasn't. It wasn't.
It wasn't home.
Yeah, it was home.
Your home is California,
Yeah.
sunshine,
Yeah.
beach.
It is.
Get on the boat.
It is.
Go over to the island.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And it was different.
So different.
Yeah.
So
All
I
right.
had to get back to California.
All right. So you got back to California.
So 2 years.
Okay.
Honda downtown Los Angeles, partner on that. And then we opened up Hyundai 7 months ago, partner on that too. 2 stores, downtown LA. When I first got the opportunity, they said, hey, you want to come, and interview or, see if this is an opportunity for you? I said, heck no, I'm not going to downtown LA. No. I said, no, fine, no. But I got down there, I freaking love it. I just love it down there.
Listen, I've had the opportunity, and if anybody ever goes to Los Angeles, I mean, whether they're buying a Honda or not,
Right.
they need to go see your facility.
Yes, it's beautiful.
It is not a normal dealership.
No.
It is not what people think about when they think about a dealership.
Right.
You're in a building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything
Big
happens-
building.
Yeah.
In front of the Coliseum.
Right,
Right.
right.
How many stories?
6.
So tell me, first level is what?
Customer parking and service drive check-in.
Okay.
And then-
showroom, right?
And the showroom. Yeah,
Okay.
showroom, right.
Second level.
Second level is parking also and delivery
Okay.
and also finance
Okay.
and accounting.
All right. All
Right.
right. Third level.
Third level is service to where the car wash.
Okay.
And detail.
Okay.
And inventory, right?
All right.
And then the main shop's on the 4th level. And then on the 5th level and the 6th level is just inventory.
Incredible.
And then the view from the 6th floor.
Yeah. No, I've been there. The view
Yeah.
is incredible.
Yeah.
You can see from your 6th floor, you can see what? Tell us everything.
Everything.
Downtown.
Well, of course, downtown is just right there.
Right.
Beverly Hills is right there.
Right.
I mean, you can see from,
Coliseum.
The mountain. It's
The mountain, the new Star Wars Museum.
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
Hollywood sign. You
The
see
Hollywood sign.
It's-
I mean, from your.
It's beautiful.
I guess the top roof of that building, the whole
Yeah.
building obviously is prime real estate, but
Yeah.
that top level
Yeah, it's
and the weather and everything that you see
Yeah.
is incredible.
that's first place I take everybody. I said, we got to start on the top.
That's great. That's great. How is your store doing?
Very well, very well. I mean, I think all stores right now are doing very well. I think inventory's starting to come. Not so much at Honda like most manufacturers, but it's been spectacular. It really, really has. It's been a blessing.
You know, I've been in your store. I see the culture. I see everybody there. Everybody's happy. I see you going around, get everybody pumped up. Everybody seems to be happy, right? Not seems to be, they are, right? I've met your team. Tell me, and you're doing good. I mean, I know you're being kind of humble at that point, but in your region, what position is your store in?
Well, we are second in the district, which is 15 dealers around us. We're third in the zone, which is the state of California and the state of Hawaii. And then we're 12th in the nation out of 1,064 stores.
So that's big.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Right?
It's
I
exciting.
know. I love the fact that you just kind of go, we're doing good. Well,
Yeah.
that's a great time.
Yeah.
You're number 12 in the nation.
Yeah.
Okay. That's big.
It's exciting.
Right?
Yeah.
Why are you so successful? What makes you and your team so successful? What do you guys do?
It's simple. It's people. It's strictly people. And it's having a great attitude. And it's training a great attitude. It's training core values. And it's all about the culture. You know, when you walk in the store, you get that feeling like, wow, something's going on here, right?
Excitement.
My favorite thing is, you know, I want my employees can't wait to get there and never want to leave. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's
right.
the feeling you want to have in people. And really, I look at it as that. It's just caring for everyone.
I love
on the
that. Let's
team.
make sure everybody gets that again. So you want your people to feel they can't wait to get there and they don't want to leave.
Right.
Man, that's good.
Yeah, it's important. And being genuine and really using your heart to manage and caring for everyone, it goes a long ways, right? They'll go to war for you. If you do everything for them, they'll do everything for you. And I just love that about the business. It's just building that team to where literally people come in and see the store and they say, wow, it's different here. I get greeted with a smile. They open the door for me. You know, everyone's smiling. Everyone's having fun. Everyone, can I help you? You know, it's a wow.
And excitement is contagious.
It's contagious. Yeah.
You know, also being droopy, right?
Yeah.
You walk into a place and everybody's like upset and not happy and not smiling, right?
Yeah.
That's contagious too. So you kind of go,
is.
man, I'm feeling kind of down, you know? But if you walk into a place that there's excitement,
Yeah.
people are excited. And what better place to be excited than when you're buying a car?
Exactly.
Right?
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal. It is a big
It
deal.
is.
So if you had to pick three things, you go, no, these are the three things that make us successful. What are they?
Definitely core values. And we preach our core values all the time. I have a little core value card that you have to have on your person. And I'll ask, hey, where's your core value card? You pull it out. We train on that all the time.
And the core values are?
Well, I should have brought it and showed you, but
Yeah.
but it's basically
But in
ethics.
summary,
It's our ethics, you know, and that's the number one thing. The other thing is making sure everyone's positive, has a good positive attitude all the time, right? And then the other thing is help people get to where they want to go. You got to help them.
You know, it's so typically successful people have a lot of things in common.
Yeah.
What you just told me is something that many dealer owners have said. In fact, in these podcasts have said, employees got to be happy, then the customer's happy.
Yes.
But you literally just said that.
Right.
You said number one is core,
Right.
Your core principles, the
Yep.
culture of the
Yep.
dealership. You got to know it, you got to believe it, you got to have it on you. This is who we are.
Yeah.
Your employees, your second was they got to be happy, right? They
Yep.
got to do, and then the third is to share that with their customers.
Yeah.
To give
gotta
that,
help 'em,
help your customers.
Yeah. It's bottom line.
That is so interesting that those three are so similar in many ways.
It's a relationship
You know,
business.
it's a relationship business.
Yeah.
It's that experience. Customers have to have that experience in any business. You know, one of the reasons why we do this with food and restaurants is I think it's very similar to the automotive in the sense that customers have to be treated a certain way when they come into a restaurant, right? Staff has to be on it, meet the customer's need. And if you meet the customer's need, they love it, they come back and they bring people with them.
You're exactly right.
Same thing with the dealership, right?
Yep, same
So
exact thing.
if your team is trained, ready to
Right.
go, and they give that customer an experience, they're going to come back, they're happy,
Yep.
and they're going to bring people with them,
You're right.
right? We sometimes call it retention, right?
Yeah. You got to show the customer that you genuinely care. Not caring because you have to, because you really genuinely care about their best interest. And that's what keeps them coming back.
Absolutely.
It's amazing, right?
It is. So you've been in this now how long? How many
30,
years?
30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
So when you started, and then 10 years later, and 15 years ago to now, how have things changed?
Well, they've changed a lot. I mean, going over 30 years' time, you know, I mean, I'm thinking about the '08, '09,
Right,
the cash
the
for
crisis,
clunkers,
yeah.
right? And then, you know, the tight margins. And then now, you know, with inventories low, the business is a little easier. But it's constantly changing. I mean, it's changing right now. Right now, you know, inventories are coming back now to where our whole business model on the variable side, it's changing right now as we speak. So it's forever changing.
So do dealers now have to change quicker, adapt faster?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. And I think a lot of dealers might get left behind because you got to train right now. It's all about training. It's all about, you know, before it was like, here's the car, here's the price, let's roll. You know, it's becoming like, hey, let's build some value. Let's show the customer. And you got to get ahead of that. And we've been on that, all over that for months and months and months. But I don't think everyone is. And I hope everyone figures it out because it's going to be interesting to see. The next 24 months is going to be interesting to see. Very interesting.
And I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think it's changing now.
It is.
It's going to change tomorrow.
It will.
It's definitely going to be different in 2 years.
It will.
And you got to be able to adapt, pivot, change,
Yep.
train, and keep going, right? When you started, internet sales were in the thing,
Right. They were.
right?
They
Now, what percentage is internet sales?
Almost 50.
50% of the people are buying cars on the
Right,
internet.
right.
So if a dealership is still thinking the guy has to come in and drive the car, do all that kind of stuff, he may be left behind
Yeah, it's true.
because you got to adapt to, and that's younger kids, right?
Sure. 100%.
On the phone.
100%.
I mean, I don't remember the statistic exactly, but this past Christmas, I think for the first time, buying things on the phone versus a laptop or computer was higher.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
So people are actually getting their phones out and buying.
Yep.
Right? Cars, whatever.
Everything.
You know, applying for a mortgage on the phone.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to adapt to that. What do you think is, you know, the mentality of people when they were working 10, 20 years ago to now has slightly changed, right? How do you keep people motivated and engaged?
That's a good question. It's changed a lot, right? And I'll tell you, my sales staff at my store is a lot younger age than in the years past. And you know, you can't just hire someone these days and say you're 100% commission, which my first 25 years was if you want to work for us, you're 100% commission. And it's changed a lot. I mean, now we have, you know, we have laws too in California that we have to follow, right? But now, you know, they love the fact that there has to be an hourly rate plus a commission on top of the hourly rate, so they have something to be certain about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
A little safety net.
and safety net, right? That's helped their confidence. But you're right, younger kids, younger men and women, I should say, their expectations are a lot higher on what they get rewarded for based on the effort they put forth. I mean, it's just a fact, right? And that's the challenge. But I mean, you have to do that with, you know, we have all kinds of cool different bonuses that we do and different fun things that we do each month for them to have fun to chase after.
Yeah.
And then we're always talking about it, and then that helps motivate them to get excited about it, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know, you got to build that culture in these people too. You know, you got to, in these younger generations, you got to build that in them. And it's awesome when you can get them to buy in, because that's the key. You got to get them to buy into that. Once you get them bought in, it's lights out. Yeah, and then then it gets contagious.
And it's not just a California problem, right? It's everywhere in the U.S.
Yeah, it is true.
We have that,
Yeah,
that different thinking younger crowd coming in.
Right.
And we all have to learn to not only adapt, but help take them where we think they can go
right.
to be who we think they can be, right?
That's true, yeah.
Sometimes it's just holding the hand and get in there. But I love how you said you're basically embracing them, training them, teaching them, motivating them, right? And once you get them in that warp, then they start doing.
Yeah, and then the others see the guys or gals being successful, buying in earlier, right? And then they all said, "Oh my gosh, look what they're doing." Then it just starts building,
Yeah.
right? And then that's kind of where we're at right now, and it feels good, because everyone's bought into what we're trying to accomplish,
For For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Somebody starting out in this business today, what would be your advice?
Believe in the process. Believe you can do it. I'm a big fan on attitudes, everything. And, we can control it, good or bad. We all have a choice. It makes me sad, actually, to see people that are unhappy all the time, right?
Yeah.
We all see them, right? We know, right? It makes me sad because we have a choice. That's a choice, But I think that's the big key is to make sure that they're looking at life and business in the right eyes,
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Brad, thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Love you, buddy.
Love you more.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to Wheels, Deals, and Meals, your main source for all things good and fun, business, food, and cars. If you like this episode, make sure to rate us and subscribe. If you would like to be a guest on our show, please leave a message at the link below. Till next time, happy eating.